When you're going to build a Shopify store, you have two main routes that you can take. Number one is you go with a Shopify theme, and number two is you go with a headless option. So what does headless mean? Headless is something that you disconnect the back end from the front end. So on the front end, you could use whatever you want. If, for example, you have a development team and they prefer to use React, you could use that on the front end. Actually, Shopify recently came out, not recently, I would say a few years ago, they came out with their own headless implementation. And it was because so many developers were trying to build custom solutions by using Shopify's backend, but connecting it to their own front end. And Shopify built this thing on React and Remix. And essentially this thing is called Hydrogen. What you do is it comes with a lot of the boilerplate code, so that you have your collections, your cart, your product page. It speeds up the development cycle for custom headless sites. So it's a cool approach, but not every business needs it, and it does add a lot to the pricing and the timeline. So for businesses that don't have very complex solutions, right? So if you're just selling products, you have 10, 20, 30, even 50 or 100 products, but you have a very simple experience online in terms of like letting people shop, letting them check out the product pages. If you don't have anything super crazy going on, you can most of the time, 90% of the time, I would say you could get away with using a Shopify theme. And then there are a lot of custom sites that I've seen that are built on React and Hydrogen. I've actually worked on some myself. But in those scenarios, it was because we needed a very custom approach to that solution. So those are the two options: using Shopify themes or using a headless option. And one of those headless options could be Hydrogen, which was built by Shopify. If you're looking for help with your website and you want something custom, go to freshwebagency.com and request a quote. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.